Greetings. Welcome to day 10 of the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge 2018. Oh my. Today the prompt is tarot decks that you want to work with more in 2019. Okay. Well, I kind of mentioned it before. I don't know if I mentioned all of them, but I want to tell you a little bit more why. I told you I got this beautiful deck, the Druidcraft Tarot deck. It's Will Worthington. Has gorgeous, really lovely. The cards are big. They're big, but oh, they're lovely cards. The images are just the Lord and the Lady. So nice. So, the artwork is beautiful. The Magician. They have the feel, you know, the same kind of feel that I get through the Wildwood, with a little different take. Remember, every deck has a little bit different twist to it. This is mostly, you know, these are people cards. We don't have as many animal cards in here. These really go along pretty much with the Rider-Waite. They're very close to the Rider-Waite, but they're not. You know, this is one of my favorite images. The Ace of Wands, the stag standing on the edge, ready to take a leap across. Ready to take a leap across to a new adventure. I love that so much. So much personality in all of the court cards, which I really like, because the court cards really, for so many people, you know, give you some problems when you try to read them. But the way these are drawn, there's a lot of personality shown in the drawing. So perhaps it'll give us a little different take, a little different, easier to read. I'm hoping. I'm going to get into that. I think I'm going to probably do this for February. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I'm going to get into it, because I'm trying to give each deck enough time. Like I told you the Deviant Moon I'm working with entirely all the month of January. I'm dedicating myself to the Deviant Moon, so I'm waiting. These are on hold. Boy, that's hard to do. It's hard to do. But anyway, I want to look at the Druidcraft alone, and then I want to use it in combination with the Druid Animal Oracle deck, which I just love. Of course, illustrated. Both of these are illustrated by the same man. And this is Will Worthington again, the Druid Plant Oracle. And I showed you these pretty well in the video the other day when I showed you what I had purchased, my favorite decks in 2018. So I think I kind of answered why I wanted to work with them. I'm going to be working with them in combination. And then, of course, these ones for the next video, I'm going to be saying again, I'm going to be working with them. But I'll tell you again in the next video. But they're decks I really want to work with. I also really want to work with Lenormand decks, and most people do not consider Lenormand decks to be tarot decks because they're not. It's a different system. But I have two. I might have one more. I'm not sure. But I do have two. One is the Mystical Lenormand, the Fortune Cards of Marie Anne Lenormand. It says on the top front. I love the images in these cards, and I have used, you know, just, they're charming. They're charming. I don't know what else to say. They're just charming. I find most Lenormand decks really to be charming. But this one particularly charming. Let's see. love the little mice eating the cheese. Love the mice eating the cheese. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I'm so enamored by Lenormand decks. They're to the point, aren't they? They get to the point, and I really want to work with them on their own. I said I wanted to work with them in conjunction with cards, but also on their own. And I have really not done much of that. The Clock Tower is one that I use in combination with a lot of decks and a lot of readings. The images are right to the point. Simple. Keep it simple. You know, they're just... See, the mice in this one are just mice. They're not eating any cheese. The owls are just the owls. I don't know if you can see, I might be too far away. I love that the grave, there's somebody sitting there with an umbrella. It always seems to be raining on funerals, doesn't it? Anyway, these are really great little cards. I love the simplistic nature of them. I love, you know, we get so caught up in using and looking at all the imagery in these really intricately detailed drawings, illustrated cards. It is such a relief to look away and to look at just, you know, clouds are clouds. Clouds are clouds. But yet they're not. I mean, where are they? What's the cloudy side? What's the sun side? What's the cloudy side? So that's kind of fun in Lenormand. I think Lenormand is a good exercise when you're learning to read Lenormand a spread using Lenormand cards. I think that's a wonderful exercise for you to do to help you with your tarot readings, because Lenormand, the very nature of Lenormand is how they're relating to another card. It's not just about a single card. It's about how the card relates to those around it. And really, a good tarot reader knows that too. And a tarot spread, that's how you should be reading a tarot spread. Not as individual cards, but as how they relate to each other. Where's the position in the spread? So this is a really good way, a good exercise. If you learn a little bit about Lenormand, you don't have to learn enough to become a Lenormand reader. But if you just learn a little bit about how it works, I think it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to read. You see what I'm talking about when I tell you how to get in and read the cards in a spread in a tarot deck. Okay, so those things I want to be working with in 2019. One particular deck I'm going to be working with, I think, a lot in 2019. And I can't wait to get to it. And that's Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. I did see this one. I told you before. I saw it for the first time. Jessica Starr was using it in her bullet journal for her card of the month. I mean, for her card for the month. Her deck for the month. She was using this, and she pulled the, I'll never forget it, she pulled the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Arrows, and it kind of changed my life. Okay. I right then, not changed my life, but I determined right then that I wanted this deck before I even saw all of the images. And the images are captivating. Just captivating. They capture me. What is it about them that captures, what is about the deck that captures me? Well, I think what it is the description of the deck. Let me read, if you would let me, the description of the introduction to the Ciccoli Tarot. It says, in the ethereal world of dreams, everything we know in waking life can be turned upside down. Fish can fly, food can talk, toys come alive and offer messages and portents. This is the dreamlike world you'll find in the art of Nicoletta Ciccoli. It is also the world of the tarot. When you read a tarot card, you set sail from the shore of logic into the sea of intuition and interpretation. There are traditional meanings assigned to tarot cards, but it is the individual's inner sight that brings true understanding. The Chicoli Tarot offers layer upon layer of moods and symbology, innocence, malevolence, humor, sensuality, and above all, imagination. And I think that's it right there. The year right now is starting. I'm still in shadow with the Deviant Moon. I'm reading, doing some shadow work. I'm following very closely. It's really in line and tune with where I am in my thinking and feeling right now with the year, but it's all turning me into using my creativity, using my imagination. That's what it's saying to me right now. So I think when I come out of this deck, I'm going to go probably right into the world of dreams and intuition with the Nicoletta Ciccoli. The images, I don't need to do this. Everybody else has done it. I'm not really good at flip throughs, and I don't want to do that, because especially when my light is so bad. But I wrote about this card the other day, not even realizing it, when I was writing in one of my journals about relating to the earth and getting down and looking closely at the earth and feeling the soil beneath my fingers and being captivated by the insects that I found in the ground and their whole world, the whole world of insects. You know, we don't want to see the bugs in our house, but when we see them outside where they live, it's captivating, really, to watch them, to see their own little world, where they're going, what they're doing. And that's what she's doing here with the 3. With the Empress card. What does it say about that card? All of nature is connected, and you are part of that whole. Take good care of the earth's creatures and receive their love in return. So that's what that's about. A lot of things to contemplate in this deck. And like I said, the images are just captivating. They're captivating, that's all I can say. So I'm really anxious to get in here and work with this deck. It's definitely going to be my deck, my card deck associated with the month. It's either going to be February or it's going to be March. I'm not sure. But it's definitely going to be used. And again, thank you, Jessica Starr. This is the blessing that we have here on YouTube, that we have these people sharing the decks. And if we didn't have them sharing it, we would just be willy-nilly. We wouldn't know what we wanted to purchase, because it's only when you get, you can look at images on the internet, but it's only when you can get inside the deck and open up the box and feel the cards and look at them closely, examine each one by one, that you really get to feel what the intention was of the deck. So this is a beauty. It's just a beauty. Okay, that's all. So thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you blessings.